Take a favorite object and just use it as inspiration to do a little painting that is going to get me painting. It's going to get me using my paints. It's going to get me thinking in an artistic way. And I've got many of these beautiful geodes. It's got this magnificent blue and a beautiful sparkly bit in there. Hopefully if I turn it on its side you can see. I've squeezed out some fresh ultramarine blue and some fresh Amazonite genuine. Apologies for how hard I find that to say. That's some of that beautiful Amazonite genuine to create playful washes. So here's this little sparkly bit, and I'm just painting without planning into that little sparkly bit. I'm going to get some blue sparkly paint and just pop it in there, and that will start me off. So I don't have a purpose. I'm not thinking about all those elements of art that make a painting successful. I'm not thinking about composition. I'm not thinking about color theory. I'm not thinking about anything other than play, pure play. I'm going to dump that brush, and I'm just going to keep staring at this incredible crystal and play with the properties of water. So we all know that one of the things that watercolor does best is bleed from one color into another. So I'm going to put on this incredible blue around my wet section there, and then I'm going to get another color, which will be this Amazonite genuine. If I say it enough, I might be able to get faster. And I've got a really thick version of it there, and now I'm going to come along and use it around the side. So I'm using the method in watercolor that I love the absolute most, and playing. I just want to enjoy the properties of watercolor. So when I began watercolor, what I absolutely loved about it was its ability to move in this incredible way. So I'm just going back to basics. It's a bit like in dance when you go back to the bar. The answer is at the bar. So what I'm going to do is just be playful. I didn't have a plan. I just sat down with an object and I took my inspiration from that object. And I do like to do that anyway. But this is also one of the things that I do purely for fun, just to get me moving, because sometimes it's really amazing how hard I can find it to get back into it when you've had a break for some reason, had a break because you were off pursuing something else for a little while. There's so many reasons why you might have a break. And I'm just going to soften all of that. And so I'm just after an exercise that's going to get me back in the studio. And I know, because I have this book, my sketchbook, I know that that's something that I can always stick it in my book. So I don't have to have a purpose. I do absolutely love giving away cards. So people love the cards. I've got lots of people I give the cards to, and every time they're so appreciative of the card. It's really, really lovely. Funnily enough, you work out people who don't appreciate a handmade card. And you can give them a store-bought one instead if they're not going to, hang on to it for at least a week. My beautiful sparkliness that I began with in the middle has pretty much gone. I've got this big daub of Amazonite genuine over there, so I'm just going to just give it a little background colour all the way around, and that is a beautiful start. Into this sparkle area, I'm actually going to add full-on sparkle. The main thing that I'm doing here is embracing what watercolour can do. I'm going to stick my brush straight into this sparkly stuff, pearl powdered pigment, and I'm going to see if there's enough water and binder to put it straight on. This is just reflective. I was going to call it reflective paint, but it's of course a powder, so that's not a paint. It's incredibly sparkly and beautiful, and I'm going to put lots of it there. In order for it to stick to my page, I need some of the gum arabic binder to be present, and I don't know whether it is or not. I'm going to just sprinkle that on, get rid of that off my brush, and it can get absolutely everywhere, this stuff. Put the lid on and tap the excess down to there. Okay, and that's it. I could come back to it later and paint it, but you just want something that has very little purpose. It appears, but in reality, it does have a purpose. And the purpose is you got your paint out, you played with some colour, and you just used some of the basic watercolour methods to get you going. It's just going to get you back into it again. And now what I'm going to be able to do is get going with my next project. And I was having such trouble doing it to the point where I'll show you my flowers. I left them so long in the vase that can you see they're half dead? They're these incredibly beautiful blossoms, and I just left it too long. There was so much to do and so many people to see and stuff, you know, which is what happens in life. This is not dark enough. I'm going to darken that up with some pure blue, massage it round so I get a little point, and I'm going to put in some darks in there. I could probably go for a lovely, yeah, see, now I'm playing. This is wonderful. This is the opportunity to play. This is when it doesn't matter if you go too far. You don't have to worry about, am I fiddling too much? You don't have to worry about anything. What I'm doing here is playing, and play is the absolute answer to moving forward. So I hope that helped you think about ways that will get you back to painting. If you've got an area set up, that is absolutely wonderful, because that's going to really help you get back into painting. If you don't have an area set up, then even more important that you're finding opportunities just to do a quick setup, do a quick painting, and hopefully it will make you go, oh, okay, now I've gotten this far, I'm going to paint a little bit more. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. I'm going to make the next video on those beautiful blossoms, and now I'm enthused enough to start to do some art that's based around these beautiful gum blossoms. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time. Love to hear your thoughts on anything that you do that really helps you get back into painting. See you in the next one. Bye.